Hi everyone, my name is Radhan, and in today's lesson we will understand how to change your answers and use certain different phrases to answer questions successfully and successfully also clear the interview. Let's get started. The first rejected phrase is, I have nice communication skills. Now, in here, the person is not suggesting what kind of communication skills. Intermediate level, beginner level, advanced level. But the person who actually got selected for the job said, I have effective communication skills. And then after that, the person gave a little bit of explanation of what he or she did to have effective communication skills. So let me read it for you. The person said, I have effective communication skills. I suppose it is very important to be constructive when we give feedback, and I humbly feel I do. The person saying, I have very good communication skills. When it comes to giving feedback, I give feedback constructively, and I make sure that the person gets the message. This person got rejected, this got selected. Make sure which one you want to be. Speak answer, answer the questions like this. Let us now move to this next answer. The next is, I did a course on Let's Talk. The problem with this answer is, the person is not telling, first of all, did you pass that course or did you fail that course? Also, the person is not telling what course at all that you did. Was it that you did on Let's Talk? The person who actually got selected said, I successfully completed a course on grammar on Let's Talk last year. The person is saying, successfully completed the course. The person is saying also, a grammar course. I did a course that was on grammar particularly. And now the person is talking about the course, the place, and also the time that that person completed it. Such a solid and complete answer. This seems quite ambiguous. You're not suggesting when did that happen, what course was it, successfully completed or not, but this person says it all. The person later says, the course helped me gauge the errors I used to make and understand removing those errors for good. The person saying that this course actually helped me in all of these areas. The person is giving extra information. What is it? Extra information. It is always very important to add an extra detail to an answer that you say. Direct answers makes the interviewer feel that you're slightly uninterested in the conversation. But it's not the case, you're just nervous. The next answer that was rejected was, in my job, I do the daily maintenance. Well, you do the daily maintenance? Details are missing here. The person that got selected was, I handle, I manage, or I am in charge of the daily maintenance. Three ways of saying it. Do, manage, and in charge of the daily maintenance. This was the first part of the job, daily maintenance management. So do changes to handle, manage, and in charge. Next, the person says, in my present job, it is an exciting job where I have to manage numbers and deliver data. Well, the person is saying, in the daily maintenance, there are certain times, certain data that the person has to collect. It's not only related to cleaning, etc., etc. It is related to handling a lot of work that is related to numbers, such as budget, what is coming, what is going. So the person is talking about that extra detail here and not just finishing the answer with what the job is about. The next answer that got selected was, rejected first was, I have done a lot of social work. Okay, you have done a lot of social work, but what kind of social work? That'd be a good idea to answer. The person got selected said, I have extensive experience of social work. So the person is first saying extensive experience. Extensive means a lot of experience. This is the same language that you can use to talk about your experience as well. The person later said, it was a great learning experience, especially because it taught me how to connect with people. Wow, what an extra explanation. The person said that it helped me understand and deal with people, not just completing a job that was the task, but also how it helped me to become a better person so that I am a better fit for the job that you're looking for the profile that you're looking for. The next way of saying exactly the same thing is, I have 5 years involvement in social work. And then after that, this person can add exactly the same detail. But here the person is very wisely specifying how many years of experience. And the person's not just saying, I have 5 years of experience in da 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 da. The person is saying, I have 5 years involvement. Very important and interesting word. 5 years of involvement in social work. And then the same detail here. To talk about your experience, from today onwards, start saying either extensive experience or 5 years involvement. This was about answers related to experience. Let us now move to the next answer. I am very good at organizing events. Well, good idea that you're praising yourself, very good at organizing events. But do you have any examples to give? Can you talk about what all events are you talking about? The person that got selected said this: I'm a specialist in organizing events. The person saying, better words in replacement of very good. Very good is like, all right, today very good seems like moderately good. Anybody can be very good. But when you say I'm a specialist, it sounds like you're different from others. It's a right choice of word that the person's used here. So make sure that you also talk about certain skills that you have using this word called specialist. I'm a specialist in organizing events. The next way of saying exactly the same thing is, I'm proficient in organizing events. Not just specialist, another way of saying this is proficient in organizing events. Next is, I have received extensive training in organizing events. Now here, the person is talking about how his or her own capabilities, understanding, and the way of dealing with organizing events. But here the person is talking about the fact that he's actually trained in extensive knowledge of that. The person is actually practically received extensive training in organizing events. But this is not the complete answer. After this, you can actually add more details of the kinds of event that you have worked in. This was about the job that you did and talking about how good you are at it. Let's move to the next answer. The next one is, I know about human resource management. Well, sounds so basic. You know about human resource management. We all know it, and that is why you're seated here. But how can we refine this answer? We can refine it by speaking it using this star method. I have practical background. Not I know about. I have practical background and experience in human resource management. So the person is saying, I have the practical background of handling it, not just theoretical knowledge, but practical background and experience. A very important word. Practical background and experience in handling and knowing about human resource management, HRM. The next answer is, I did a project at university. I think by this time you're an expert at understanding what is wrong with this answer. First of all, second of all, at you did it, failed successfully, how, and what project. Let's have a look at the selected answer. I successfully handled a project at university. Now, what kind of project is something that we can add here, such as sciences project. I successfully handled a team of science project at university, thereby talking about your managerial skills. Next is very interesting word. This is called interview language. Not I did a project, It is demonstrated. And demonstrated how? Effective. Project management skills at university. What a professional and interesting way of talking about handling a project at university. First, successfully handled, which was what we had seen before, but here the person's saying successfully, demonstrated, effectively. All of this is called interview language. This is a very, very important video, I must say, for each one of you who have interviews coming up. Please do make sure that you use all of these pointers when you answer questions. The next answer, rejected answer, is I did training in fire drills. Okay. Selected answer is I undertook extensive training in fire drills. It lasted for about 6 months. So lasted about 6 months is the duration. Undertook, very important interview language, extensive training. I was exposed to mainly practical conditions wherein I had to make use of my in-depth knowledge. So the person is talking about three things here. Number one, using nice vocabulary. Number two, talking about the duration. Very important. And finally, number three, adding extra details, telling the employer what exactly had happened on that particular job, on that particular experience. A very solid answer. Dare anybody say anything about this answer? Can you see how different it is from this one? There are three things added to this one: vocabulary, interview vocabulary, duration, and extra information. This was all about understanding how you can change basic expressions and phrases that you use on interview answers and change it into successfully answering the questions and acing the interview of your dream job. Thank you very much for being with me. Lots of love and have a great day ahead.